The next topic is designed to review each section of the pay stub. The information displayed on the sample may or not be seen on your actual check stub. We will begin with the top section of the pay stub. This section gives specific information that will pertain to the number of hours and dates you are scheduled to work in your primary position. It is important that you review and validate information displayed on the pay stub at the beginning of the contractual year and each time there is a change in employment status. This information is critical and will affect the processing of your W-2. The center is your primary work location. A 4-digit number is assigned to each work location. The pay period corresponds to the attendance dates on the payroll calendar associated with the position in which you work. The payroll area corresponds to the payroll calendar associated with the position in which you work. This will also reflect the number of work days in which this position has been established to work each fiscal year. The check date is the date the check is issued. All employees are scheduled to be paid on a bi-weekly schedule every Wednesday. Your personnel number is a unique employee ID issued to you upon hire. It is recommended that you memorize this number for your employment or payroll records to be accessed. This number will also be your user ID to access employee self-service. The personnel sub-area defines the position type. For example, if the position is classified instructional or administrator, and the number of hours worked per day. The federal exemptions and federal status is different for everyone and is dependent upon what is filed on your W-4 form. It is extremely important that you verify your filing status appearing at the top of the pay stub. A new W-4 form can be completed at any time throughout the year when you have a life-changing event like the birth of a child. Again, it is important that you review and validate information displayed on the pay stub at the beginning of the contractual year and each time there is a change in employment status. Any inconsistencies that are not caught may result in either an underpayment or overpayment. Please report all discrepancies to payroll services immediately. Next, look at the section titled Summary of Earnings and Deductions. This section will show different types of earnings and taxes that might appear on your pay stub. Regular wages are earnings you receive from work performed in your primary position. A difference in previous period will appear on your pay stub for wages due from a previous pay period. Once a change is made that affects your pay, the difference will be calculated and reflected on your pay stub as a retro adjustment. This may be for overtime that did not pay on a previous check or for years of experience that have not yet been granted. Additional wages is for work performed up to 40 hours within the OCPS Thursday to Wednesday work week. Overtime can also reflect on your pay stub for work performed in either your primary position or in a multiple position such as extended day. Time and a half, or 150% overtime, is paid for work in excess of 40 hours and up to and including 55 hours within the OCPS Thursday to Wednesday work week. Double time, or 200%, will be paid on hours above 55 within the OCPS Thursday to Wednesday work week. Exempt employees such as instructional or administrative employees are not eligible for overtime. A supplemental payment, such as performing arts sponsor or grade level chair, is for instructional staff only and is for additional duties performed outside the normal classroom functions. The pay stub will reflect the name of the supplement being paid. These documents are sent to the district office for processing and may take several pay cycles to take effect. Remember, any money due from a prior period will appear as a difference in previous period adjustment on your check. There are 3 mandatory taxes withheld from your wages. FICA is deducted at 6.2% of your total gross earnings, less any pre-tax deductions. Medicare is deducted at 1.45% of your total gross earnings, less any pre-tax deductions. The federal withholding deduction is contingent on the W-4 filing status, disposable income, and pre-tax deductions.